Welcome everybody to GM Kafuna Plays Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. This is my first Final Fantasy MMO. My experience in MMO involves World of Warcraft for 7 years, Age of Conan, and Warhammer Age of Reckoning. So we're just going to go over a few features, my first impressions of this beta. Regarding cinematics, character creation, art style, narrative, graphics, and gameplay. Starting off with cinematics. Not much to be said here, just sit back and relax and enjoy.
There lies a realm embraced by gods and forged by heroes. Her name, Eorzea. The annals of Eorzean history chart the rise of a succession of great civilizations, each one enjoying an age of peace, the Astral Eras. To date, all have proven ephemeral. In the year 1572 of the sixth and most recent Astral Era, the Northern Empire of Garlemald amassed a great army at the heart of Eorzea, seeking dominion over all. Rising in desperate resistance, the forces of the Eorzean Alliance met their would-be conquerors in the field. Yet, even as the battle raged, the lesser moon, Dalamud, was plucked from the heavens through imperial machination. From its core emerged the elder primal Bahamut, who unleashed his fury upon the realm. The devastation brought Eorzea to its knees and the era to its end. 5 years have come and gone. The light of life still shines upon Eorzea. Man labors tirelessly to raise himself from the calamity's ruin. The realm is forever changed, a stranger to him once more. Yet heedless of what lies ahead, he shall press on. Spurred by the promise of peace and prosperity. Amid this period of great change, an adventurer arrives in Eorzea, one whose tale is yet unwritten.
Now, I think most of you would agree those were some sweet-ass cinematics. Kind of on par with Blizzard Entertainment with World of Warcraft and Warcraft 3 series. I think so anyway. So next up we have character creation. Let's check it out. Okay, we have a winner. I just like her stats. Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, she agrees. Let me just flash forward a bit here. Actually took a lot of time in the character creation screen. Surprisingly for an MMO, this is pretty detailed. You could customize eyes, eye color, eyebrows, nose, mouth, chin, hair, hairstyles, ears, tails, skin color, even boob size and height, skin tone, how muscular your character is. I mean, and even your sign, I guess, should affect some characteristics or traits. I'm not sure, but it was pretty awesome. Alright, moving on. Next up, we got art style. Now, though very subjective, I believe art style is very important when choosing your MMO. Because, I mean, you're going to be staring at your character and the environment for at least 100 plus hours when playing your typical MMO, so might as well, you know, like the visuals, right? So, this game goes without saying is very Final Fantasy-ish, kind of a Japanese style manga anime influence here. So if you're familiar with the Final Fantasy series, the art direction is no surprise here. I personally like it very much. In contrast, World of Warcraft. Now, I really love that MMO. World of Warcraft, like I said earlier, I played it for 7 years, but I never really liked the visuals. The only reason why I kept playing that is its gameplay. Very strong gameplay. And Final Fantasy succeeds in at least the visuals department. And next up we have narrative. Now narrative, of course, is what kind of drives the story forward through audio and or text. Now, I kind of got mixed feelings regarding the narrative of Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. It kind of reminds me of Age of Conan, unfortunately, where there are some quests where it's voiced beautifully, like, oh, you're so into the story. And then, all of a sudden, the audio drops and it's just simply text.
Could mark the beginning of a new era of prosperity for the realm.
It's kind of, what's the word? Jarring.
May the traders nurture our fortunes as they kindle the flames which burn within us all. For by fire are we reborn.
But given it being an MMO, it's, you know, you have to be realistic. You cannot voice millions and, you know, thousands if not millions of lines of text of story for an MMO, so I understand that aspect. Alrighty, next up we have graphics. Now this is the PS4 version, so it won't look as good as the PC, but for a console the graphics are amazing. I mean, look at that. Those textures, beautiful. Draw distance, and there's a lot of people on screen at once you get into the regular gameplay. So the environment, the graphics are pretty immersive, so love that. Obviously way better looking than WoW, at least vanilla WoW anyway. So I was very impressed with this console port. Now, I asked my brother to, you know, play with me on the PS4, A Realm Reborn, but unfortunately he's this PC elitist. He refuses to play on a console because that's beneath him, so he only wants to play this game on a PC. No problem. Thanks to the setup between Sony and Square, the servers share each other. I'm not sure how it works exactly, but PS4, PS3, and PC players of Final Fantasy XIV can play with each other, so they're not restricted to their respective consoles, PC, or what have you. And that's the main reason why this is not on the Xbox One. Unfortunately, Microsoft does not allow Xbox One players to play with PlayStation players or PC players. I guess it's a huge loss on their part, but whatever, it's a win-win for Square and Sony. Gameplay! Alright, so the most important thing of an MMO, right? Gameplay. So how does it play? It kind of feels It kind of feels like every MMO I've played, to be honest with you. At first, I didn't really like it because everything seemed so familiar. You know, you press a button, you spam a button, hit the mob, bonk it on the head until it dies, go to a quest giver, they're lazy as fuck, they want you to literally pick up a coin that is 3 feet away from them, like lazy bastards, or, you know, kill 5 ladybugs or something and, you know, return whatever. Kind of your fetch quests and all that good stuff. It has a lot of similarities to a lot of MMOs, such as like Fate, kind of similar to I think Guild Wars and Warhammer, Age of Reckoning. You know, kind of public quests where this huge public event occurs, kill so many baddies or a mini boss, and everyone participates. And when the event is over, yay! Everyone gets XP or what have you, and some loot, whatever, Gil. Which is cool, very familiar. And you know, I never really played the original Final Fantasy XIV, you know, the one before this one that I've heard horrible stories about. So I guess they kind of played it safe and went to your standard MMO gameplay, which is good and bad depending on where you're coming from. I personally, it's good. They played it safe. I liked it because it has that Final Fantasy flair to it. I don't know. It's another mixed feelings regarding gameplay. In the beta, I'm only able to hit 20. I have several characters, 3 to be exact. I got like a gladiator, some sort of mage class, and kind of a monk class. Kind of use your fist. Pugilist. I don't even know how to pronounce that. All very interesting, played very differently. I guess one unique thing that sets them apart is you're not kind of bound to your class. So you cannot, you know, you choose gladiator and you're not stuck with that class until max level end game. You could kind of level up other classes if you want to be a gladiator, and you could cast spells, for example. You could level up another class simply by just changing your weapon, and I think that adds a huge, unique spin to the MMO gameplay, and also you know adds longevity in the long run. Although I may be wrong here, but the way the game plays, it might become very tedious, very grindy, but it's an MMO, right? They kind of go hand in hand to grind. So, yeah, I think if I were to just give this a grade, a scale between 1 to 10, I'll give it a solid 8. So, if it does come out, I'm seriously considering setting up a subscription for this game. Now, it really depends on the Elder Scrolls Online that I got invited to. My brother sent me an invitation to play with them on the PC, and depending on how Elder Scrolls Online plays, I may sub to one or the other. We'll find out. I'll try to do some recording, although recording on my PC kind of sucks. So, I guess we'll see what happens. Now, where's the PvP action? All I see is PvE. Well, that's a question I asked myself as I was playing this beta. I don't know if I must have missed it somewhere, but I hear that there's an arena-type PvP system set up on Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn, but I haven't gotten to experience that yet. I mean, I checked out some YouTube videos on some people doing some PvP. It looked interesting. Kind of looked like your typical WoW arena type match. I think it was 4v4 and 8v8. But the thing that kind of turned me off, I may be wrong for those of you who have played this game a lot, there seems to be a lot of character trains where, you know, everyone is just following one guy trying to kill him or her. That kind of looked off. There's no, you know, like stealthing or charging like in World of Warcraft, because I love PvP. People who who knew me during my Grand Marshal Kafuna days in World of Warcraft, I love PvP. I really hope PvP becomes a big factor in Final Fantasy. I really hope, because if it does become something that is legit, I would so throw money Square's way. For real. If you provide a legitimate PvP experience for us, excellent. I'm in. I'm in all the way. It's Final Fantasy, it's an MMO, you got great PvP. Woo! Here's my money. Where do I sign up? So, that's all I got from the Final Fantasy A Realm Reborn beta on the PS4. Those are my initial impressions. So, if you agree or disagree, let me know. Leave a comment. So, if you like it, please drop a like below and also subscribe. I put up a video every week or so on the newest game I be playing, whether it's PS3, PS4, PC, what have you. I will post it. I also do a little Twitch streaming, but that's kind of an experimental phase right now. So, again, my name is Mark, aka Grand Marshal Kafuna. As always, take care, and peace out.